Hi everyone. So before we start, I would just like to inform everyone about the agenda for today's entire session. Yeah. Okay. We will start off by reminding everyone about the guidelines for today's session, and then we'll move on to a short introduction where we get to find out more about Lai and also his social enterprise 71. And then after the short introduction, we'll move on to our main sharing session where we'll be talking about more about Lai and his entrepreneurship journey and what made him start his own business. And then we'll go on to a Q&A session where we'll be answering all your questions that you have for Lai. And then a closing is where we'll be promoting our current flagship program called RYSE Online 2021 and also our next Tauke Talks session. Yeah. Hey, without further ado, my name is Cindy and I'll be your host today. Welcome to Tauke Talks, a series of sharing session where small but mighty business owners share about their motivation to start their own business and the story behind their journey. This sharing session is brought to you by RYSE, a Malaysian research and social outreach project that empowers Malaysian youth through entrepreneurship, and RYSE is supported by Citi Foundation. We believe that entrepreneurship is not only for the big companies that have high technology, but also small companies that actually strive to make a difference in our country. So RYSE aims to showcase stories of small local businesses that are persevering and still chasing their dreams despite the circumstances. So I'm happy to welcome our guest of today, Lai from 71. Welcome, Lai.
Hello, everybody. I'm Lai here from 71.
Yeah,
Hello.
that's Lai, everyone. So before we move into our main sharing session, let us hear a little bit about 71. So Lai, could you share about 71, what you guys stand for, and how do they get to find out more about your business and what you guys are offering?
Sure. Hi, everybody. Now, I'm Lai here. I'm 50 years old. 71. Now, 71 is a social enterprise which is accredited with the Ministry of Entrepreneur's Development. Now, we started our business in 2016, and from 2016, today, we have 2 centers in Setia Alam now. Now, what is 71 all about? Now, 71 is basically a training, employment transition training program centers, where we provide training and employment space for differently abled teens to learn employment skills, community skills, basic living skills, and for them to earn dignified income. So at our place here, every morning they will come at about 10 o'clock and then they will go back at 5. Here, we teach them how to earn, how to have what we call the basic employment skills. Every day we teach them how to make our products. We teach them how to produce herbal infusion teas. We teach them how to cut fruits so that we can do dried fruits. And here we teach them how to make handmade soup, and we teach them how to make cookies, right? And all these products that we make, we will then sell at the market, at the market through Lazada, to Shopee, through our website, our Instagram, and our Facebook. So the income that we get is for us to sustain ourselves, because we still need money to operate, right? So we feel this income to sustain ourselves. And the most important part is that every one of them who work here, we will pay them salary. So meaning 71 is a place where we train these differently abled teens, and secondly, we give them an employment opportunity for them to earn dignified income, right, for sustainable living. So that is basically a summary of what 71 is all about. And some of you may ask, why 71, right? So basically the word the brand name 71, it is because we are basically a tea company. The tea company started with 7 kinds of local herbs. We are a pure local herbs company. 7 kinds of local herbs bring community as one. So that is what 71 is all about. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you so much, Lai. If you're interested to find out more about 71 or you want to support their business, make sure to check them out via their Facebook, Instagram, or even at their website. And as Lai said, you can always find their products on Lazada and Shopee. So if you want to support their business or you're interested in tea or like cakes or biscuits that are made by his teams that he is training, please go out and support and check them out. Yeah. So now we've done with the introduction. Now let's just focus on Lai's entrepreneurship journey and how did he end up starting or continuing this journey with 71. All right, Lai, the first question I have for you would be, what inspired you to start your own business? Maybe you could tell the audience a bit about your background, how did you stumble upon the different path that usually Malaysian will be after college, I'm just going to go and work a full-time job. What made you took a different path?
Okay. Well, personally, I am just like any one of you, right? I finished my first degree. I'm a law graduate, and I'm already working for the past, nearly 20 years. I'm in the corporate world, climbing from the lowest rank all the way up, and then been working for about 20 years. I'm in the area called human resource. I am a human resource practitioner. At the moment, I am still having, besides 71, I'm still having my own HR consultancy firm in Puchong. Now, I realized while working as human resource practitioners, I realized that there are many OKU teams, teams that they're special, teams that have got differently able. They have very high, what I call this, a difficulty in finding jobs after they completed their schools. So that is the only reason why I venture, into this business, into this social enterprise, by providing impact, so that I can train these differently able team, give them some basic skills, employment skills, so that they can be employed. So that is the whole thing. Now, personally, I'm involved in social work, in community work, and in environmental protection work. I'm still the I call this very much involved in environmental through my official appointment. I am the council member of Malaysian Nature Society. So protecting nature is one, and then now I'm doing very much 70% of my time is spent in taking care of this group of people. Today we have 18 families, 18 families that's under 71, which we give them this training, so that they able to get employment elsewhere in years to come, right? So what drives me into this is that it is a personal commitment, a personal journey that I want to a journey, so that I want to give back to the community by providing this impact to them. Yeah.
I see. So it was always your passion and you see the need for this kind of business that made you become a social enterprise entrepreneur. All right. So now we've known a little bit
Yes,
about
correct.
how Lai actually, found his purpose in terms of creating an opportunity for the community that he's touching right now. So now I want to find out a little bit about, could you share a bit about what were the challenges when you first started, and how did you overcome them?
Well, we face many challenges, actually, many. Just to share with you some. It sounds very simple, but it is still a challenge. Now, for example, one, because we focus on teens from B40 income status, so hence financially they are a little bit poor already, and they live at the location where at least slightly further from our centers. Hence, they always have problems, in transportation. So whenever we identify, this group, this family, but they are a little bit far and they don't have transport to come to our center to work. So, our challenge is that then we will then make arrangement among ourselves, find ways to how to transport, how to bring their teens to our center and send them back. Yeah. And and the second challenge that I face here is that because they are specials, their learning ability is rather low, right? So we need a lot of patience, a lot of repetition, guidance, a very one-to-one guidance, and a lot of effort and time needed to train them, right? So, for example, we have teens we need about 3 to 4 months just to teach the teens how to use scissor, for example, and then in order for them to, let's say we have tea leaves, yeah. So in order for us to teach them how to segregate the different size of tea leaf of different herbs, it takes some time for us to train them. Yeah. So that is something that is a challenge also in a way, but I think it's a happy challenge because every time we teach them, we will see them improve from time to time. The other challenge that we face is their productivity is rather low. And also, as we are running a commercial a business, a social enterprise, it is an enterprise. We still need to meet customers' order. We still need to meet customers' demand. And there are always a deadline given to us. For example, we have an order, 2,000 bottles of our tea leaves, and they want it to be delivered in 3 weeks' time. Well, that is the customer's request, and we cannot actually say no to them, right? So we have that challenge, and our productivity are low, and then one day we can only produce 20 to 30 bottles because the whole purpose is that we want them to produce. So that is also our challenge here. And the other challenge that we face is um, maybe our brand, our 71 brand is not strong enough. We are working hard on it so that when people look at us, when people want to buy our product, for example, people will remember us. So example, how nice if one day our brand is so strong that just like Lipton tea, when someone want to buy tea, they will think of Lipton tea, Cameron tea, that kind of things, right? So it's an associate to them. That reminds me. I refer to one of the question the participant was asking. In Malaysia, I got so many tea product. What make our tea stands out? Well, it is awareness. You see, our tea are special because they are caffeine free and they are local herbs. It is a tea herbs that our forefathers has been drinking since time immemorial. Turun temurun, from generation to generation, they have been drinking this pandan leaf la, ginger la, turmeric la. They have been drinking that for years, but they are not being publicized. They are not being given a lot of emphasis. Therefore, people are not so much into this tea. So I think the other challenge that we are facing is how to brand ourselves to be that to be so that public can recognize us, public can know us that hey, 71 actually produces local herbal heritage that is good for wellness, that's good for us. So therefore, come, let us support them, and we must drink their tea rather than just coffee, right? Yeah, something like
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah, so those are our challenges. Yeah.
So have you figured a way how to overcome these challenges? Especially with I assume that with the teens you have to be more patient, or did you guys like hire specialists to help train them, or was it like hard to also find staff to come in and train them as well? Yeah.
Yes. So what we do is that in order to tackle this issue is that we actually let their mothers to come in as helper and volunteer. So at our
Mm,
center, you will have the teens and their mother together teaching. So that's one way. Second way is we open up for part times, and
mm,
today I am looking for occupational therapists. So if any one of you here participants, if you are want to help us, if you are a occupational therapist trained, uh, do come and join me. So I am looking for that. I got two centers now, and two centers and two different centers providing two different varieties of trainings. So I
mm,
really hope that some occupational therapists that in this group, if you have any,
mm,
come and be part of us. Yeah. So yeah, we continuously learning, how to add more value to our teams. We learn
mm,
along the way. We learn from other organizations. We learn from our partners, and then we even have very good support circle from these mothers, because these mothers understand their teens,
mm,
understand these special teens very well. Yeah.
mm. Great. I guess that is good to hear that you have really got down and to really help this community and also help Malaysian as well connect with who we are and true heritage of tea. So now I'll move on to our next question, which is touching on the MCO. I can only imagine how the MCO or the pandemic actually affected your business since you needed the team to be hands-on creating products. So what were the challenges that your business faced during the pandemic period, and how do you actually learn to adapt to it?
Yeah. Well, actually, this crisis uh, really bring us uh, awakening, and somehow I look at it. Well, it's a blessing in disguise, because the pandemic, what happened in March, the MCO started in March last year, have somehow shaped us to be a better social enterprise. Now, let me share with you the experience. We are not prepared, right, for this kind of crisis at that time, right, in March and April. We were at Subang, at the third floor of a shop lot, and we are only focusing on our tea. And suddenly, when this crisis came in, we were badly affected, in the sense that our sales go down. There is no more bazaars. There's no more roadshow for us to participate, because we usually sell a product by that way. So because of that, we need to change our strategy. All right, so that we move into online. Sometime April
Mm,
and May, we starting to create our Lazada and Shopee
mm,
platform, only in April and May last year. Then we
mm,
start selling our tea. We call this through e-commerce platform.
mm, mm,
But the demand is not so encouraging. So we have sales, we have people supporting us, but it's not enough for us to cover. So we took a very brave and dare move. Sometime
mm,
June, July, we actually moved out from Subang, and we come to this Setia Alam, and we ran a place, that's ground floor, and then we operate it as a cafe and a bakery centers. Now, reason being, because during the pandemic time, food become something very in demand. So we move into providing cookies, cakes, and lunch boxes. So we do a lot of delivery at that time. So at our new center here, we have kitchen, we have central kitchen, and then our teens, we teach our teens to prepare lunch boxes, and we start delivering. So that's how we survive, during the pandemic time. For few months, we actually providing lunch boxes to the neighborhood, and to corporates, and also to some homes. So people sponsor us, we cook, and then we deliver the boxes. So that's how during the pandemic time. So somehow, you know, it gives us much blessing
Mm,
because instead of now just teaching our teens how to produce tea, we have now so much activities already. You know, we can now teach them how to do cakes, how to bake cookies, how to even cook. So today, you know, these activities has become a new training activities for us. So every day
mm,
we are cooking here. You know, we have got this cookies baking. You know, we do cakes and stuff like that here, and dried fruit some more.
mm,
So yeah, that's how we actually survived through this pandemic, and we came out even stronger. Actually, you know,
mm,
even stronger. This year we opened up our second center, you know, in Setia
mm,
Alam also, and that center we will focus in giving different type of training. For example, flower arrangement, you know,
mm,
nail painting, so that kind of thing, so that we want more and more these what I call these teams with with differently able teams to acquire different skills which they
mm.
can which they can um, use, yeah, to gain income in the future. Yeah,
So it seems like the pandemic has is a kind of like a blessing in disguise for 71,
it
helping
is.
you grow into a more bigger and scaling up your business for you. So that is great to hear. And I think what you said, that building up their making them multifaceted teams will really help them as well. So now we've talked a little bit about what the pandemic has affected. We'll move on to the next question, which is, with the uncertainty caused by the pandemic still present, how are you planning to help your business actually maintain or grow?
Yep. Moving forward, now is really to make sure that the company my business to scale up.
Mm,
So we are now working very hard to create branding for our products. We want to have more public awareness of our entity, of our impact, and also of our products. Because end of the day, products is the one that is going to make us sustain. We need to
mm,
sell our product to get revenues in so that we can do more impact to the community, right? So in order for us to do that, because we are in F&B, we are now targeting for overseas market and also for export market. And also we are now in the process of application for halal certification for our products. So hopefully within this year, next year, and once our product are certified halal, then we can have a wider market to market our products. And also we are looking into export market actually. Yeah. So
right.
branding. Mhm.
I see. So for someone who has no business background, you actually talk a lot about, like, you actually know a lot about how to scale your business and actually grow a business, which actually proves that, to all the youth out there, that actually being an entrepreneur doesn't mean that you have to come from a specific background. You can be an entrepreneur whoever you are, which is, I think, is good to hear that also 71 is also growing as well. All right. Also, I want to follow up is, like, how did you actually build your business acumen?
Well, I think it's from the heart.
Mm,
Knowledge and skill we can gain. We can learn from people who are successful. We can read books. We can Google. We can do a lot of things in getting the skills and the know-how. Right? There are
mm,
more and more. There are many people out there who are there, ever ready to support you. Be
yep.
it be it advisory, be it in terms of moral support. Some even willing to even share their wealth for you to do startup. So
Mm,
there are many angels out there. There are angels everywhere around us. All you need to
mm,
do is just let the angel shine, so that
mm,
they can be part of you.
mm,
So, but what more important is this: all this will not happen if deep in our heart we do not have the why thing, right? if we do not have the passion in us, we must have something inside us why we do this. What is your intrinsic motivation? What is the reason? What's the purpose of us doing certain things? So
Mm.
I encourage every one of participants here today to actually look within rather than Google outside. Look within
Mm.
and ask yourself, what is the real purpose that you want your life to be? Now,
Mm.
if you can find that purpose, if you can find that the little fire in you inside
Yeah.
yourself, then you let it grow. There are, there are people's angels around you are there to really support you, and they want to see you successful. And I am very, very happy today because um, as my three years journey here as a social entrepreneur under 71, I have got so many friends, both strangers and non-strangers, relatives, colleagues, and also classmates, that is there. Always check me, always motivate me, and sometimes a phone call. How do you need our support in whatever way, that kind of things, so
Mm-hmm.
then you see, one of the area that I'm looking into is how to do a franchise model for our 71. So I hope that 71 can have branches everywhere in many
Mm.
localities, because we are focusing in giving impact to the person who need us. So therefore we
Mm.
need to be near to them. In order for us to create impact to them, we got to near
Mm.
to them so that we can let their teams to come to our center, get trained, and be employable, right?
Mm.
So therefore, one area is that I want to create some sort of like franchise model, where 71 we have many of these. Then I asked my friend, hey, come and teach me lah how to do this, how to start to scale up using the franchise model. And then they share with us and to share with me and everything. So all this because every one of us, somehow every one of us, you and I, you know um, at whatever age you are, at whatever stage of life you are, we have inside us the seed of humanity. So
Mm.
which I think that seed, is the one that bring us together, as one, and then we encourage one another, lah.
Mm.
It can be advice, it can be
Mm.
financial, it can be motivation, or it can even
Mm.
prayers. Yeah.
Yeah. Great, that sounds great actually. And I mean, that is really something that I think a lot of us have to bear in mind, that we are not alone in any journey that we take, which is really good, especially for all the youths out there. So now we'll move on to, since you have been so positive, we want to know more about what is your business proudest achievement to date, and want to see what other good news that you can bring to us today. Yeah.
Oh, frankly, we achieve a lot. I think if we talk about the biggest achievement is that
Mm.
3 years ago we have 4 families, and today we have 18 families. So I think that
Mm.
is really a big achievement. And on top of that, last year 2020, our effort and our contribution, our impact somehow got recognized by the Star Foundation and the Gamuda Foundation,
Mm.
where 2020 we actually won the Star Golden Hearts Award and also the Gamuda Inspiration Award. So I think that is really an achievement in a way. For us, it is a recognition, to tell us that, hey, 71, you are on the right track.
Mm.
Because of that, I think we want to even be more motivated, or even more focused to creating more impact. So for so we have achieved another achievement, which is we plan to have the second centers for 2021. We already have our second center, so now we got two
Mm.
centers already, right? So the other achievement that I am going to focus on is to increase our beneficiary from 18 to 25, and then to 30,
Mm.
right? I want to touch more lives, and then to allow more people to be trained, and also they have what we call the opportunity, to gain some dignified income, for their sustainable living. So that is something that I am moving towards for. So at this, yes, these are my achievement. This our achievement, not only me. I think all thanks to all my teams here, all the mummies and their teams. They are working very hard, and then they are well, because of them, like, because of them, why we are here today. Yeah.
Mm. It's great to hear that your achievement is so wholesome and so grounded towards your beneficiaries and how you want to touch more lives. Yeah. So next would be, now we've known about how you've been touching a lot of people's life. We want to know about who actually admire you to actually take the first step to be an entrepreneur, and how has they inspired you?
Mm. There are many, uh, well, there are many success stories of successful entrepreneurs that we know and that we read. But I think, notably, the one that really struck me recently, and also all these years, is the Tony Fernandez, for example. All right, so let's talk
Mm,
about Tony Fernandez. Now, for me, he is a very forward-looking person, very dynamic, in running his AirAsia business. Now, but if you realize that, during this pandemic crisis time, since last year,
mm,
airline business got badly affected. Yes, people cannot fly
yeah.
anymore, all grounded, MCO and stuff like that. So having that situation, you see that he actually responded very quickly by changing his business model into logistics, into e-commerce platform, and into food businesses, right?
Mm,
So that really give me, and I'm quite sure other entrepreneurs also, that give me that encouragement, saying that, hey, wow, we can survive and we can do well in every given situation. you know
mm,
we can be adaptable, and we can still strive for success and excellence. We are willing to change quickly. All right.
mm,
Now, but what more beautiful of this whole process, if you look into how he changes his model, from airline to logistic e-commerce platform and so food businesses, he still have got his social agenda in mind. Meaning, you see,
mm,
all his all like his new businesses, he actually help the SMEs, help the micro businesses to tag along the
mm,
platform. And also, he actually giving that opportunity. As he's
mm,
saving his company, he's also saving a lot of thousands of micro businesses in Malaysia. So
mm.
I think that is such a beautiful way of doing things. And I hope that one day, 71 can make everyone drink tea.
I thought, yeah, is that gonna be your new tagline?
Because
Everyone
your
drinks
tagline is,
tea.
yeah, everyone drink tea.
All right. Thank you for sharing about the entrepreneur that actually admire you. Now we'll move on to the last question that I have for you, and then we'll go on to the Q&A session, which is, do you think young people should start their own business, and why?
Of course, you must and you should. You see, the young people have the energy, and you have years ahead of you. For you to explore new ideas, new business ideas, new philosophy, new way of doing things. Today's today's world is basically depending on you. So I
Mm,
really urge more young people to become social entrepreneurs. Social entrepreneurs need not be from a rich family. You need not be a millionaire, a billionaire to do good things. Don't have to, right? You can start making change to bring about more goodness to our environment, our community, and even like wildlife. Up to you. You can choose whatever impact that you want to create. But so long as you must give yourself that opportunity. You must tell yourself that, hey, Malaysia need us to step up in our small little way to provide impact for the good, for a better good. So that is the seed that I hope every one of us here, young people, will have in them, in
mm,
you, so that um, You see, every one of us have this seeds of humanity. Every one of us. We want to be happy, then we want to live life with purpose.
Mm.
So I encourage you, let that seed grow in you, let it shine. In order for you to achieve that happiness, that purpose in life, is basically be a good social entrepreneur, starting in your very own small way, providing impact, giving hope, sharing your love to the person who needs it. So
Mm.
if because you have all the you have all the what call this the privileges with you. You have the energy. You have your brain. You have the push. For you to do things. When challenges come, you'll be able to stand it. And give yourself the opportunity. Yes, if you ask me, do you need to be? I think you must, and you have to. Malaysia depend on you.
Mm. I hope all the youth hear that. Malaysia is depending on all the youths to make a change. Thank you so much, Lai, for actually sharing and actually answering the questions that I have for you. Now we'll move on to the Q&A session where we will be answering all the audience questions. So the first question someone have here is, how does 71 balance between charity and profits to sustain your business operation?
Yes. So that is also one challenge that we always juggling. So today we committed at least 60% of our income is channeled back to our beneficiaries, right? So uh, to balance, we have to be very practical. That is why I'm always busy looking out for business, and hopefully the MCO can be over soon, and then we have more bazaars can be organized, and then we can start participating, and people are more and more people coming out to buy things. So yes, we need to make sure that our revenue keep on coming in, all right, and so that we can do more good work. So at the moment, we allocate about 60%, right, of our income, our revenue, to be benefiting our beneficiaries. Yeah.
Hmm. Right, thank you for that. Next question from the audience is, how do you decide who to take in to train? So as differently able youth have different levels of competency.
Okay. Well, this center, our focus are basically three.
Mm.
One are the differently able teens. So at the moment, we have teens with autism spectrum disorder. They are basically medium to low. They can't get job elsewhere, and and our priorities are they must be from the B40
Mm.
level. So meaning we try to give opportunity for the family of poor income status. Yeah.
Mm.
We are also focused, giving priority to single parentage, either single mother or single parent or single father. Yeah.
Mm.
And the last group that we are focusing on, the last group, well, they may be from a higher income, or they may be from not a single parentage, but they have very serious, what do you call that, a very serious a condition of their
Mm.
autism
Mm.
teens, where they
Mm.
really cannot get job elsewhere. So
Mm.
we will let them in, so that we can actually train them, and hopefully they can at least learn some basic skill. All right. So of course, our priority are the teens from B40 income status, and then teens from the single parentage. Yeah. So
Mm.
that's how we prioritize
Mm.
our selection.
Right. Thank you so much for answering that. The next question that someone asked is, do you foresee that some of your teens will be able to step up into management?
Into management, well, I hope that they will be. I hope they can. So far, um, so far, we have actually managed to secure two of our teens working elsewhere. You know, not as managers or senior managers, but at an area where they are comfortable with. They are doing packing. They are doing. They're helping as kitchen assistant in the F&B outlets. So now, I think end of the day, we do not want to confine ourselves that only people in management considered successful. No, you know, our our goal is not to place them the place where we want them to be. What we want is to give them a place, to give them a role, a job for which they can do the best. If someone, if example, one of our teens, uh, he's he's very good in flower arrangement. All right, so we will grow him in flower arrangement. All right, so the future of being a flower arrangement is tremendous, right? He may not be a manager or senior manager or general manager in a corporation because or just you can just forget about it. Maybe he's not cut for that role. But if we can groom him to do flower arrangement so well that he can start doing flower arrangement and serve his neighborhood, his own community, people's living surrounding them, for example, or online, for example, is good enough. Meaning we are now creating at least a and what do you call this, and a revenue generating activities that he can start um, uh, what call this receiving or earning some income. So I think that is the goal that we are looking at lah. Yeah, not so much of putting them into the position, in the company or hierarchy, making them an engineer, become a doctor, well, not everybody born to be a doctor. Yeah.
Right. So redefining the definition of success for them, and also for us to understand that their success is important to them, but it's different from our view as well. So thank you for sharing on that part. Our next question would be, how did you convince the parents to allow the teens to be a part of your company?
Well, to be very frank, so we work quite closely with schools, yeah. Uh, some schools that having the teachers from the school that have got scholar casts. So sometimes the teachers will refer us to say that, okay, these are the students that after their school going age, maybe they're looking for job. I have to admit that there are some parents, they have their own mentality. For them is that, oh, the child is like that, it's called, let them stay at home. Yes, we have instances where parents don't allow the teens to come to our place and work. But the teen want to come. They want to work because their friends are here, for example. We have one case. And I think end of the day, frankly, I really hope and urge parents and having disabled teens to give your teens that opportunity. Let them grow, and let them grow. And also, there are good people out there, people like you and I, that good enough. We will try our best to do our best, to bring the best out of these teens. So I really hope that the parents uh, be open and then allow the teens that opportunity lah. How so far, yes. Um, but majority of our teens, the families that we approach, they wanted to come. They will join, and we tell them about our activities here. We tell them about the benefit that they will gain here, and they will want they want to join, but a lot of restriction in terms of transportation is one,
Mm-mm.
distance lah, all those things like, yeah.
Mm. All right. Thank you so much for sharing. There's another two more questions, but you've already actually answered it during your sharing session. So everybody, thank you so much for sending in your question for Lai. So next we'll move on. Thank you for your insight, Lai, and everybody that was live from 71, sharing his experience at Tauke Talks, brought to you by RYSE and supported by Citi Foundation. I think what really inspired Lai is his motivation to actually reach out to this community and actually help this community. And I think all of us can learn from Lai sharing is that if you have that fire in you, please do not ignore it, and please take a chance on starting a business and touching the community, because the future of Malaysia depends on the youth and how much we will bring up of our community. So if you're interested in finding more about 71, and if after this whole sharing session he has inspired you to drink more tea, go ahead and please go and visit their Facebook, Instagram, and also their website to buy tea, biscuits, cakes, and anything else that appeal to you from 71. Right, so if you have enjoyed this session of Tauke Talks, we are having another social enterprise that is sharing next week, which is Teman Malaysia. We will be interviewing the CEO of Teman Malaysia, Izzati Nasir. So if you're interested in finding more about Teman, so Teman is a business that actually helps the elderlies and the senior citizens in order to help them go on the day-to-day life. So they provide services in terms of that. So if you're interested, please do register via the bit.ly listed in the slides, or if you're interested, we can always sign up via our Tauke Talks Instagram and Facebook. And next, we would like to also share about our current flagship program called RYSE Online 2021. So if you're interested to start your own business, or if you're interested in starting a social enterprise, please do sign up for this free online course that actually teach you about the basics of entrepreneurship. Even if you do not want to start your own business, but you're interested in learning more about entrepreneurship, you can always feel free to join this online course as well. So it's currently open up till the 30th of July. So please do go and sign up for this course. And you can always learn it at your own time, at your own pace, and also at the comfort of your own home. So it's open to all Malaysians. So feel free to go and sign up. And if you're Malaysian, yes, you can join as well if you want to. So if you are a Malaysian aged 18 to 28 and you would like to start your own business, by completing RYSE Online 2021, you actually stand a chance to win up to 10,000 worth of seed funding to actually start your own business. So if you're interested, please do go and register via the bit.ly link, and the link is as well available on our social media. All right. So if you're interested to find out more about Tauke Talks or what RYSE programs are offering, please do go and follow us or visit our Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. All right. Thank you so much, Lai, for joining us today. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and also a sneak peek into the world of social enterprise. Thank you so much, Lai.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you.
Go out and start do good now.
Yes, go out and do good. Thank you, everyone. Bye.